What's up, burgers?
I have a question for you. Throughout your life, how have you handled it when your expectations have been confronted by your own abilities?
I messed up. I tried to record 100 1v1s in 10 days.
I gotta chill out. I'm fucking freaking out over literally everything right now. No way. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why? This shit absolutely ruined my mood. Let's not let it. It's not happening. We are not gonna let this shit end like this, brother. Okay, maybe we are. Maybe the.
Hey burgers, I'm here from the future, and I just got done watching the video after I had finished editing everything. And I just wanted to say, I think this video's a bit unique, honestly. I spent over 200 hours creating this video, and I kind of think you can see me get better at making it as the video progresses. I want to go back and change some things at the start, but I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting to just leave it how it is. Is it noticeable? Let me know what y'all think though. I'm gonna be up front and warn y'all. This video does not go as planned, and it's not just because I'm crashing out. Oh no, this video doesn't go as planned. We'll talk about it later. What you need to know now, since this video is already a bit scuffed, I decided to let it ride and let's do more, just do a little more. So in the tune of chaos, I will not be showing you the games in chronological order. So we're starting it out at game number 40 against Margarita Pizza. Right off the rip, I had noticed that I'm a little bit more mechanical than Margarita Pizza, simply because he didn't drift while landing and then flip to steal the boost from me. This was the first game I had played against Margarita Pizza, and I started it out faking his socks off. I then proceed to make the ugliest and most awkward save of my career. Now, Margarita Pizza may not have the mechs, but man, this kid can demo. I'm sure you guys could already tell, but I am extremely fat. I kept track of all of the stats in all of my games. Out of every single game I played, there were 5 games where my opponent gets more demos on me than I get on my opponent. Margarita Pizza is 2 of those. Now, to be completely honest with you guys, I really had to use the restroom when I was playing this game.
Oh my god, I have to poop so bad, bro.
Go to the bathroom!
Not yet.
You're shitting yourself!
Not yet.
Now, I'm well aware that that's a weird thing to start this video out with, but hey man, it's true, and this was my series against Margarita Pizza, so like, to be completely honest, I knew I had to go before the game started, but I just wanted to keep the dubs rolling, you know? I was on a winning streak. You get it? Right? Right? After that heartbreaking loss, I went to the bathroom and set a timer for 7 minutes and 35 seconds, which is about the average time it takes for a 1v1 game to get queued and played. I wanted the best chance possible to run into Margarita Pizza, and the next game we found it.
See what happens when I don't have to poop, little guy. Just bang it. Nice! Let's go. Fake. Oh my fake. Okay, bet.
After trading some blows, I get a free pinch upfield with 10 seconds left on the clock, down a goal. But Margarita Pizza sends me to his old friend Harambe. 11 games later. Oh, shit. Hello, old friend. Alright, if we dodge his demos, we win. It's as simple as that. Oh, I thought I had literally 12 more boosts than that. Nice, good backflip.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, I only played 3 games against Margarita Pizza. I technically lost a series, but I don't care. This dude thought I was smurfing. I'll take what I can get this video. This is why it's so nice queuing into the same people time and time again. It just, you can't lose.
I lied to you guys. This video is titled I Tried Playing 100 Games of Rocket League for a reason. I didn't play 100 games of Rocket League. Nerds is the second biggest reason this happened. Every play I take, he shuts down. He slowly, decisively secures this game in dominating fashion. 13 games later, fate bestows Nerds upon me. Once again, we trade some kickoff goals. This time around, we played on more equal footing. It was even for most of the match. He burgers in the corner, giving me a free chance to dribble at his net. I jump over him with the ball. I keep control, but then he dunks me. Unfortunately, my control's not good enough. 50 seconds into overtime, this happens. We don't talk about what you just saw, alright? We don't leave a little comment. We don't talk about that goal, okay? Oh, baby, give it to me. This is what we're here for. Come on. After me and Nerds trade our ritualistic 2 kickoff goals to each other, I'm feeling confident, but I let some C-tier offense in my cage. Now I've got a chip on my shoulder. I win the kickoff and grab the boost. I catch the ball, and I get a perfect flick top right. Using my advanced trickery, I make him think I'm hitting the ball back to my home, forcing him to own goal. He makes the mistake of giving me a free sidewall after what I had already told myself I would do.
He's too good on the goal line. I have to fake more when I'm getting resets. I have to fake more. Now I'm locked. I see a C-tier offense, and I quash it.
Me and Nerds' story is far from over. To give you some context for the next encounter, we gotta talk about the 3rd day of recording. Because oh boy, this was a doozy. On the 3rd day of my process, I woke up super eager to just get this video out, so I figured I would record 20 games so I could put it out within 2 weeks. Now, this was a terrible idea for plenty of reasons. First of all, it ruins the consistency of the opponents I run into. Second of all, have you ever forced yourself to play 20 1v1s in a sitting? This might be a hot take to some of y'all, but I think 1v1 is the most mentally challenging playlist in this game. Every single little mistake you make will be made apparent and punished. If you're not cautious, this game will turn into you versus you instead of you versus an opponent. And right here, all I have to do is chronic. As long as I don't jump, this is just a goal for me. But sometimes he just makes really dumb mistakes. I mean, what are you gonna do? The next game just mirrors my last. I flipped the wrong direction. Then from his POV while shadowing, I hide behind the ball. And another game, another throw. Listen to how we're feeling during this. Greedy. Wow, wow, wow. Ha, ha. Hello, I'm here from the future, here to interview myself from the past. Anyway, how do you feel you've been playing these games? Stellar dog. I'm playing like stinky doo-doo poo-poo. Oh. We've been throwing. This has not been a good look for me. I need to lock in right here. In this game, I get a toxic opponent. There is no better time. I'm not gonna lie, he kind of struck a nerve right here. You know what? No, I want y'all to look at me while we're talking about this. I already know some people are not gonna like this. I don't give a shit, alright? Bumping is a part of Rocket League. It has always been a part of Rocket League. In fact, it raises the skill ceiling of Rocket League and makes Rocket League as good of a game as it is. If you get bumped all the time, it's because you suck at bumping people. If you are good at bumping people, you won't get bumped that much. If you stroke your ego and pretend like you're so much better than everyone else in the rank, but you just don't bump, what are you doing? You're just making yourself have a handicap. You're making yourself bad. Stop doing that. Just play the game how it was made to be played. You're not cooler than anybody on the field. You're good. Anyways, so that's how I feel about that matter. And I had already been tilted. So we're winning this game. An inch away from forfeiting, I find my resolve.
Not the smartest play, to be honest.
So with me being hungry, tired, and also throwing every single game I was playing, I may or may not have forgot to record the next two because I was just insta rage queuing. In the second game that I rage queued without recording, of course, when I was at my weakest, the ranked god sends me nerds. Looking back at this makes me realize how mentally weak I can be. I queued when I was so mad I didn't even remember to record the video I was queuing for. And because I was playing tilted, I wasn't ready to contend against my rival. And the worst part is, I wasn't strong enough to save the replay. I had decided that I'll just delete that from the history books. You guys would never know. I cringe so bad thinking back to this. First of all, I'm trying to become a content creator right now. And as far as Rocket League content creators go, I'm pretty much bottom of the barrel skill level. So if I'm not able to laugh at my L's and make light of them and turn them into entertainment, then what do I have? What am I really doing? Second of all, at the start of the video, I asked y'all, what happens when your expectations get confronted by your own abilities? At this point in time, for me, I crumbled. I gave up. I avoided. I had such a great opportunity to tie up the series against someone who I thought was going to be the most integral part of my video in the first place. And at this point, I wasn't even sure if I'd run into nerds again. After this elbow, I had to take a quick break. I took a Griffith shower, and I came back to queue, and my only goal was I can get off when I'm no longer tilted. In the next game, I just happened to run into a guy who definitely pays taxes. Starting out this game, I was a little empty, but I also had nothing to lose. Regardless of the result, I knew it wasn't even for the video at this point. This game was for me. 11 seconds into the game, we go down 2 goals. But I immediately retaliate, catching my opponent off guard, booming the ball. Nice! But then he scores again. So I whip out my Athena flick right here. Now, I had been hyping myself up for like 15 minutes just to come into a Rocket League game and immediately concede 5 goals. He should be able to score that. Damn, I'm getting my fade ran. Although I spent this time hyping myself up, my mental starts to crumble right here. I make a bad challenge in his corner, giving him an open net. He actually misses the ball, but then I miss my open net too. I get ready for the double touch, and I whiff it, but he own goals! This is Rocket League! After that truly inspiring gameplay, I lock in.
Holy God.
In my favorite place on the map, the back right wall. You know I'm bringing it home. Nice. Still with 2 goals to make up, I win the kickoff. Nice. We gotta go for a corner dish. We get a good touch into a reset. Oh my god! We win the next kickoff. It's a 3-goal swing, baby. Hey, job ain't finished though. I make space for myself on the pitch. I fake him out. I pinch the ball over him in the corner, giving me an open net. It's just beautiful.
When you're empty, you can fill yourself up with whatever you'd like. In fact, it's probably best that you're empty. It makes it easier to be reborn.
Session 10. Breakthrough.
Ooh, wow, what a fucking save. Give me that. Nice, that's grade A defense, bro.
After I took a day away from the game, I came back with a different mindset. I kinda had to let go of my expectations of needing to see nerds again, and the expectations I put on myself of needing to win against repeat matchups. Honestly, all I wanted to focus on was making safer decisions and having effective offense. When I narrow my lens to something that's very manageable and digestible in game, I started to play the best Rocket League I ever have, bro. It's not like I hopped on and won every single game. No matter the mindset and blunders possible.
Justin keeps it alive.
I mean, look at this. After coming back from being down 2 with 7 seconds left on the clock, I wear the dunce cap. Nonetheless, I am scoring some of the most creative goals I have in my career. I never thought I could do something like this. If you've played a lot of Rocket League, you know, even if you're clipping, that doesn't necessarily mean you're playing good. So the mechanics are feeling clean, but was I actually able to win games? Like, am I actually playing some of the best Rocket League I ever have? I think this clip does a great job at highlighting how important decision making is when you're feeling mechanical. Honestly, the touches I get aren't that clean, and the goal's a bit ugly, but I played it smart. I made sure I waited till he was jumping before I used my flip. Whatever, bro.
Are you winning games?
Well, let's see. In this game right here, if I win, I hit my peak MMR, my personal record. But I was doing everything I could not to think about that. I wanted to keep my focus narrow. I often add unnecessary pressure to myself, and I think that's a large part of why this video exists. So let's focus on the game. After fighting to keep it close, we blunder. In a flash, it's 5-2 with a minute left on the clock. If you want to surpass your previous limitations, these are the type of games you have to win.
That's class.
I win the ensuing kickoff and get a free opportunity off the wall. I flip to the ball and make sure I sit on his face. It's a 1-goal game, and I decide to whip out my brain. Fake me cutting the ball, letting it bounce, and after a clutch save in the overtime kickoff, we get space and time. I actually end up winning all the way into Diamond 2-in-1s, which is pretty much just full of Grand Champs. At this point of the video, we're getting to the end of all the games I've recorded. Time for the big reveal! I ended up recording 67 out of the 100 games. And I'm sure y'all are wondering what happened between me and nerds. Well, let me explain. But I want to be clear. The real antagonist of this video has always been me. Enough joking around. At this point in the video, I had won 14 out of the 19 games I had queued, hitting my peak 1's MMR of 892. To be honest, I got scared of queuing. I developed some weird imposter syndrome, thinking I wasn't good enough to be in this rank, and I just got lucky in those games I've played. This led me to skipping a couple of days of recording, which slowly spiraled into skipping a few months of recording. And out of the games I end up recording, I go on an 8-game losing streak right here. Each time I played, getting more in my head. Looking back at it, I kind of think that this was a symptom of me not liking the video I was recording. Call it cope or whatever, but there was a couple of times where I actually almost deleted everything you guys have seen. I'm pretty much like that little kid who's filling up the cup of water and spills a couple of drops and just decides to dump it all out. After making a small mistake, I just want to say frick it, you know? But then one random night, on a whim, I just tune into a Ludwig stream. And right as I tune in, this clip happens.
If Ludwig locks in 6 in a row, I'm gonna lock in and ace my finals. ace your fucking finals, man. Ace your finals because you think you can ace them if you lock in. A lot of you guys have spent your whole life believing your potential is greater than your results. Fucking prove it to yourself, because it's a lie. Kids like to tell themselves these fucking lies that they're smarter than they actually am if they locked in for a second. Fucking prove it. You've done nothing. You deserve nothing. You've never locked in one goddamn time. You're waiting for some day in the future to live the life that you think you deserve to lead. Lead it today. Be the guy you want to be today. Ace the finals today. Why is tomorrow you a better man? The better man exists here. The better man exists. It exists now, man. The cool people put the work in.
And for whatever reason, this sentiment like really got through to me. I took it as a challenge. Even though I put it off for a couple of months, I thought I could make a really good 100 games video. And boy, was I wrong. I spent weeks making versions of the 100 games video I pray never see the light of day. But once I finally landed on this draft, I kind of got a little momentum and it sparked an idea in my head. I thought, what if for the ending, I tracked down Nerds and forced him to finish out a best of 7 series against me. I thought that that would be a great metaphor of me living up to the expectations I put on myself. I changed my Steam profile to be his profile picture and his name and just saying add me back, and I added him and all of his friends. He's some 15-year-old kid. I was stalking him. I was tracking his RL tracker. I know his schedule a little bit closer than I'd like to admit, because I really wanted to find him. I thought it would be so good for the video. I thought it would be awesome. I think I messaged him on his alt Steam account because he didn't want to accept me on his main account, rightfully so. I mean, what I think I could have approached this a lot better all in all, but it's what happened, right? It just comes down to he doesn't want to do it, and that's totally fine. I respect that. If you please, don't be weird. Don't try and go after him if you see this video. So unfortunately, we won't be seeing Nerds again, which I think is kind of fitting for this video. I wasn't able to finish what I started in ranked. I wasn't able to finish what I started against Nerds. And I wasn't even able to finish this video properly. You're not always gonna get what you want. You're not always able to be who you think you can be. But what really matters when you're confronted with such adversities and your abilities lie beneath your expectations, well, what you do is up to you. I don't think there's a right answer, but I know the wrong answer. And that's to give up. I still followed through to make this video. And I'm not fucking finished, baby. If you want to see me make an actual 100 games video, just subscribe, Buster, because it's already being made. Like the video. Thanks for watching. I love you, Burger!